Welcome to the Eviction 2022. Over the next few weeks, you're going to have a series of very intense property investment challenges, and the winner is going to be given £20,000 cash prize to help kickstart your property investment journey. With the help of various mentors that are going to be assisting me throughout these challenges, I'll decide who stays and who gets evicted.
Because you needed to be spoon-fed.
Wow.
Yeah. Just don't lie to me.
Don't call me a liar.
I'm not going to lie down and take it.
Can I have a break?
Better than Coronation Street, isn't it?
You're evicted. Congratulations, you made it through to challenge 3. So far, you've done pretty well. This next challenge is going to be the hardest that we've done yet. And by the end of this challenge, there's only going to be 4 of you left because there's going to be 2 people evicted, which is going to mean that the £20,000 cash prize is looking very, very close for some of you. Last challenge, you packaged and sold deals and you made, between 2 teams, you made £42,000, which is fantastic. Jodie absolutely killed it. The fire came through, so we want to see that. Adam, a little bit on the brink, so this is going to be your chance to really prove yourself, and we want to see you as an incredibly strong contestant in this challenge. This challenge is not about selling deals, this is about finding the dream property investment, the creme of the creme. And in the market right now, the market's hot, the market's popping, so it isn't easy to find these deals, but you're going to be looking for a property, number 1, that's going to give you super high cash flow. So I want you to find something that's not just a single family home. I want you to find a property that can run or can be converted into a house of multiple occupancy. Second thing is, I want you to find a property that you can add significant value to. I want you to find the worst house on the best street. Meaning, if you were to buy it, you could then refinance it, remortgage it, and pull all your investment out. In terms of area, I want you to find something either in London or around surrounding areas of London, and the winning team is going to be the team that finds the best property investment. HMO, buy, refurbish, refinance, good cash flow. So your teams are going to be Adam, Sherelle, and Jodie, and Adriana, Scott, and Matt. Scott, you're going to be team leader of your team. I know you've got a little bit of experience in refurbishments, so your time to shine. Adam, you weren't that good in the last challenge. You almost got evicted. So this is your chance to really show us what you're made of by being team leader of this challenge. Now in total, you have 48 hours to bring me your secured deal. I want it off the market, wrapped up, offer accepted. And once you've secured your deal in 48 hours, you're going to be presenting your investment opportunity in front of 200 property investors. And I'm going to be taking into account your communication skills, your deal, how well you work as a team. But don't forget, yes, you're working as a team, but ultimately, this is going to be strongest contestants get through. So prove yourselves. You've got 48 hours. Off you go.
The way I work and the way I've always worked is there's 3 things which I think determine the outcome of a goal. So the first one is work rate. The second one is like your attitude or your mindset. And the third one's your ability. So I think everyone here, obviously very good ability, and it's very tight with us and the other team. We come back and they're sat down there, then we keep going. Until they go to bed, we keep going.
Sleep is for the weak.
Yeah. Exactly. I'm excited to be team leader because we've got a fantastic team. This is kind of what I do in my investing, so yeah, I'm very confident we're going to win.
I'm nervous a little bit for the pitch. I haven't really done public speaking before, but I'm sure if we've got a good deal in front of us, I don't think there's any reason to be nervous whatsoever.
First things first, I think...
The main thing is first off, try and find a location. Yeah, I think mine and Scott's altercation in the last challenges, it's sort of been ironed out. We've sort of come over it. We both know that we're strong characters and Scott's going to put his point across and we put my point across, but now we're working together quite well, I think.
What do you want to do with areas? Do you want to designate one area and we stick with that area? Because I don't want to get clouded.
I think 1 or 2 areas, yeah.
100% choose an area, maybe do it for half an hour until we get to the point where are we finding anything or not.
What area is jumping out to you guys?
We need to just make sure what hasn't got Article 4 direction. As soon as we find that out, then we'll go from there.
Need you to get onto the council straight away and find out where Article 4 is, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, it's a massive place, isn't it? Let me just see if I can get it up on Google.
So Article 4 is areas where you need to have a licence to have HMO. What we really want to find is a property outside of Article 4, like on the fringes. So that way you can then set it up as a HMO and then get grandfather rights. So that boosts the value of the property as well once that happens.
I mean, what's your thoughts on like a HMO that's already licensed or one that's already functioning as a HMO?
We don't want to go in and buy a HMO, really. We want to be looking to buy a home that we can convert to a HMO. We want to be able to pull our money out. This is a BRR with an exit strategy of a HMO, not buy a HMO and then, sell that. We need to be able to pull our money back out. It's quite straightforward to convert.
Yeah.
It's more the legalities, isn't it? It's the fire doors and the fire systems, isn't it?
Yeah.
What sort of size properties are we thinking?
Bigger, because bigger cash.
Well, it's got to go for planning. If we can stick under 7, so let's say we found a 3-bed and we convert it into a 6-bed, and then we was getting £1,000 a room, that's £6,000 a month.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Ideally, should we start there and then I think it'd be easier
So
to
what are we
sell.
looking for? 3-bed with big reception rooms?
Yeah, maybe 3.
Yeah.
Hey guys!
How we doing?
Oh, you're looking smart.
Trying to feel smart.
Cool.
I'm smart as well.
Wow. Today, Samuel sent me here to check up on the team and make sure they're actually doing what they're supposed to be doing, because it's a tough challenge. It's really hard finding a good deal in just a few days and then getting ready to pitch it in front of investors. It's going to be tough, but I'm hopeful. I mean, I'm expecting to walk in and they will be on the phone booking viewings. How many viewings you got?
2 so far.
And what happens if this one cancels?
That one cancelled, just scrap it off.
What would your plan be?
My plan would be booking as many viewings as you can.
Today?
Yes.
Today.
For tomorrow?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Even today, if you can get some today, great.
Yeah.
Some today, yeah.
But like all of this stuff, I mean, geez, great. This is good. But this stuff you want to be looking at after you've done the viewing.
Hi, Hassan! How are you? Okay, fabulous.
You look great.
Thank you. So how is everyone? How are you getting on?
Yeah, we're good. We've got high energy.
So this one is going to be really hard challenge because they have to find valuation, they have to get all the reports for the car stuff, and they literally only have 2 days. So for this challenge, to really win it, they need to be ringing. They shouldn't be doing any due diligence at this point. If it was me, I'd just go and ring, and just book a viewings. If it was me, I'd want to be on the phone. Yeah. All 3 of yous, you want to be on the phone non-stop.
Do you know what your biggest problem is going to be? Worrying too much. Your biggest problem is just going to be sat there thinking, oh, do we need planning? Is it going to be, like, forget it. Just ring some leads. Just ring them and speak to them. Because if you've only got a couple of viewings at the moment, I mean, geez, if they cancel it, you've got nothing to show for it apart from, all of these bits of paper, which is just pointless at the moment.
Hi, good morning. I'm just calling about the property you've got available on Walnut Tree Road in Heston.
First question needs to be, is it an auction?
Is the property an auction property?
I wonder if you've got anything else on your books that sort of matches that criteria. Maybe do a bit of renovations on, add a bit of value.
Yeah, it needs to be quick. I'm looking to move quickly, you see, so.
Why is no one on the phone? Every time I walk in here, somebody needs to be on the phone.
Location-wise, they're just all over the place. No one knows where they're looking.
It's singling out areas. The problem is London's massive. So I'm thinking maybe really we should be drawing out of London a little bit.
We probably should have gone with Oxford, like you said initially then.
I don't even know where they're looking at, so, I don't know how they're going to work as a team, but out of all the contestants, I think Sherelle's doing really good because she's got the 2 viewings.
So is that available to view today? 3:15, that sounds awesome.
Jodie, she's just been all talks, but, she hasn't really got anything.
Hi, the sales team is not available at the moment.
I'm in quite a rush. I've literally got 2 days whilst I'm in.
Like someone else, honestly, wasting time. I know the pressure's on Adam at the moment as a team leader, but just raise the energy up and just stand up and just have a smile on your face. It'll make so much difference.
You tell me not to be too nice, then you tell me to smile.
I want you guys to win, so we just need to be on it.
3:30 is perfect.
So I can do this evening around 6:15.
They've started to get a bit more, energy about them now. But what concerns me is there's just no leadership. When you're a team leader, you've got to take control. You've got to be able to delegate tasks, tell them what you want doing, and it's just not taking any control. If he wants to win this challenge, he's got to start being a true team leader. Do you have an idea of which one you're going to be pitching to the investors?
We've got
Not yet.
We've got 1 or 2 in mind though.
How do you not know, bro? She knows, you don't. You're the team leader. You're the team leader. You're better than that, bro. Take some control. Take some leadership.
So it's going to be really challenging, but whoever can do it will be worth the £20,000.
You've got to take that in there with you from the start.
Okay.
You're just wasting time.
We'd have been a bit disjointed, but we're going to fix up and work better as a team. We've managed to secure 2 viewings. It's not the area that I'm most set on.
We don't have to do it.
If we try and go to Reading or Oxford or something like that and we can't get any viewings, then we've missed out on the 2 viewings. Yeah. So I've made a decision we're going to go for the viewings because 1 might be better than none.
It's going to happen. We're good. It only takes 1.
That's another black.
Do you know what's he running here?
I don't even know.
What's the sketch with this? Has this been put through with planning? It has got planning.
So you can send over the planning documents.
That's correct, yeah. Just as long as all these things have all got plans and stuff. Oh, we're out to go through here?
Sorry, you should have come this way. This is my house. I don't want to show you, please. Come back that way, and then I will have brought you.
Come through.
No, it's my house, and I will show you.
Okay.
It's not like this, my friend.
Do you want to show us around?
I will show you around, but my way, not your way. Can you go back that way?
Yes, of course we can, sir.
I don't think we should leave.
Yeah,
I think let's just leave, guys. We're wasting time.
Don't worry, this ain't gonna work. We'll arrange another viewing. It's convenient for you.
Yeah.
Okay. Jesus Christ.
That was awful, wasn't it?
Everything that landlord's doing there is completely illegal.
Illegal. Yeah. That's awful.
So basically, that landlord in there is running basically effectively an HMO. The building at the back is put on is nowhere near to building regulations or control. So the full building at the back would have to be knocked down and built to building standards. That's going to be one of the worst viewings. In fact, that is the worst viewing I've ever done in my entire life.
Right,
come in anyway, come see where the magic's happening.
Yeah.
Huge amount of space. We can easily get 3 bedrooms down here.
It's being sold for a 3-bedroom, but we can convert it into a 6-bedroom, so the uplift on that is just incredible.
These little insets, potentially, there's like room for showers and stuff like that. You can eat into that space and build an ensuite into the corner of the room. But out here is quite exciting as well. We come down to the garden and we've seen that someone next door has built an annex out the back. So if they're allowed to do it, and next door have done it, there's no reason why we can't do it.
The house could be renovated to a 6-bed, so you can go straight away. Straight away, HMO's ready. And then, if you wanted to build up your capital, then you could build these out after whilst you put planning in. So literally, we're in a position where we can get this ready to go without having to wait for planning and everything.
The potential risk is that it will have Article 4 in the area and it won't have grandfather rights. I mean, it's not an existing HMO, as you can tell. No. And then obviously that will muck up our strategy, which is BRR to HMO.
But we've still got stuff in the pipeline as well. We've got other areas, other properties to see.
One of these is going to come in.
Yeah.
Quids in. What we really want to find is something that we could buy, put the money in, but then also then refinance and get most of our money back out.
It's a jungle out here.
You're telling me within probably the last 12 months that was functioning?
The windows are looking okay.
I'm nearly there, come on. We've got 7 viewings booked today. Got my packed lunch, I'm ready to go.
Come on, let's go.
I think last night we stayed up well 1, trying somehow to make the numbers work, but just couldn't get the valuations high enough. So we resulted in moving out, a London branch out. I think Reading is going to be the new hot spot for Londoners.
This is a good one that's managed to just fall into place, so hopefully we should secure a fantastic deal. I think that view went really well. I think obviously with the vendor situation, they want out of that property. On the basis of that, I feel as though they're going to accept the offer. It's been on since November. He's said he's not had many viewings. He wants professional people like us who are able to actually handle something of this and make a serious offer.
So it's on for 1.2. We've offered 1,027,000, so nearly a couple of £100,000 less than asking. But they're open to sell one or both, and we said we'll take both off you for that.
I think, we're looking around 160 on a refurb, aren't we?
Yeah.
And then we can get some double occupancy flats going as well, which is just going to bump up our rental valuation, which is again going to help commercially.
Yeah, nice work.
Nice work, go team.
So is this a HMO, licensed HMO? Okay,
That's good.
Because that's what we're looking to do. So yeah, brilliant. If we put this on the market, we want to get refinanced, what do you think our end value will be if we done this to top,
We've had a property for 8 bedrooms just down the road, and I would say that was over £1 million. The ensuite with the 8 bedrooms.
In each room?
Down to a T.
Down to a T, if I one,
It would definitely be over £1 million.
This would need like a proper, the boxing, so you can get full height.
Yeah, dormer.
From what we've seen so far, what are we talking build costs? Yeah, there is quite a bit.
It's going to need new flooring throughout, redeck.
Yep, so full redeck, isn't it?
New skirting. Some of the plaster's blown, it probably got a reskim
All the
throughout.
doors are going to need doing.
If a good size with potential, obviously we can't see some of the rooms because tenants are in here.
But that's what my problem is. You can't make an offer on something you can't see.
I know.
It could be anything that can be on those doors.
True.
I mean,
It could be an offer in principle.
I don't think that's what we're looking for, is it, at this stage?
We're looking for an offer.
Yeah. You have an idea of the lowest that he'd be able to go
He's right
on
there.
this
Today.
and still live with it?
Cash price.
What is lowest price?
I can discuss, but I can't guarantee anything.
Yeah.
Put it to him and let us know.
Yeah, let us know.
Yeah.
No problem.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you
very much.
Thank you.
Thank
Take
you.
care. Bye.
Cheers. And
You
you.
too.
Cheers.
It's got, do you know what it is? Potentially, it's got good potential. Around here, you can tell, because I was speaking to that neighbour over there, it's a rentable area. So it would go. And
It's not professional tenants.
It's not a professional tenant.
So now it's just a waiting game. The offer's in, proof of funds have been sent over, so it's just a case of waiting game. I think the vendor said they need time to talk to the family, so we're just trying to put a bit of pressure on, just try and get it over the line so we can get a lockout agreement on it and make sure it's sales ours and no one else's.
I just viewed the property and we do like it. However, it's going to cost us quite a bit of money to give it the uplift we need to give it. So it's going to need, what, 150 grand? How much? 160 grand pumped into it to bring it up to standard. What we would like agreed in principle today, 620 grand cash.
It's a long day. It really is a long day, and it's hard graft. You know, finding these deals is not easy. They don't just land on your lap. They are out there, they're there to get, but you've got to work for them, and you've got to know your stuff.
I think the tiredness is just adding up now. I'm more used to manual labour, so it's actually surprising to figure out that how tiring using your brain is. Pressure at this point, I think the deal that we've got, if they are targeting London, they're not going to get cash flow that we're going to be getting.
Purchase price we have pretty much just agreed on, so that's 1.1 mil. Just waiting for the agent to get back to us now.
Right, what I need you to do is to update your offer on the system.
Okay, then they should accept from there.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Oliver.
Bye. So this morning we've had the offer accepted, so we're happy.
We're about to pitch our deal to a room full of 200 people.
I'm feeling really good, and I think because the numbers are really good, that's going to help. Naturally, there's nerves as well as excitement to go on stage and kind of put something forward, but you know, excitement trumps all of it.
I'm feeling pretty confident with the pitch.
Yeah, feel confident, pitch, numbers, and just go in there, be confident, be yourselves, and try and stay as calm as possible.
As long as I remember my name on stage, I don't mind.
Can we please give a warm welcome to Adam, Jodie, and Sherelle.
How are we all doing? Are we at a Samuel Leeds event? How are we all doing?
Woo!
Thank you. We've got an amazing BRR to HMO. This was a 6-bed semi-detached house. We also bagged it in London. Like I say, it was run down. Wires everywhere, pipes everywhere. I went in the attic, I was banging my head. I know I was going to bang my head anyway, but I was banging my head every 2 seconds. But what we were suggesting within the refurb cost was to stick a dormer on, so I'm not banging my head when I go up to my bedroom. It's an actual proper loft conversion as well. We completely replaster. We change all the skirting and architraves. We put the proper fire-rated doors on. We get all the pipework and the cables all behind the walls and tidy it all up. So these numbers, I don't want to labour on them, but the purchase price was 64225 with a refurb of 130 and a GDV, which is an end value of 1.1 million. So this means you can effectively have a free house. Yeah, that deserves a clap.
Guess what's fantastic in London? HMOs. Number one reason, it's too bloody expensive to live there. We have chose Twickenham here, 30 minutes away from Heathrow Airport. We are 20 minutes walk away from Undergrounds, 6 minutes away from the Piccadilly line. It's just such a perfect location for our HMOs. Let's go on to demand. So you want to check the demand in that area. I mean, when I went on Spare Room for this particular location, there was 1,000 people wanting a room. Guess how many rooms there were available? Just 23 rooms available and 1,000 people wanting them. That demand is just absolutely insane.
How are you going to make this happen? You're going to make this happen by getting the training. You're going to make this happen by using that education. You're going to make it happen by staying in the community, because that is the absolute number one thing to keep you afloat, to keep your mindset focused on what the goal is. You're going to make this happen because you've got knowledge, someone else has got time, someone else has got money. You're going to joint venture, you're going to raise finance. You are going to be bosses in the property world, okay? Don't watch TV, go and watch something about property. When you're reading, read about property. When you're speaking, speak about property. Eat it, breathe it, sleep it, and I guarantee you, in the next 12 months, we're all gone clear.
I think the last team did pretty well. The team that manages to get the best response from you guys, that gets the most interaction and cheers and claps, that team ultimately is going to be very likely to be the team that gets through to the final round. So please welcome Adriana, Matt, and Scott. Thank you.
Thank you, Samuel. So we're going to present to you our deal, which we think is the best and is a fantastic deal. It's a BRR to HMO in Reading. We are getting both of those properties. If you can see it here, I know it's not the clearest, but basically there's 2 basements here, and we're going to convert them and title split them into studio apartments. And then with the rest of the HMO, which is all this, what we're going to do is convert it into a 6-bed HMO for each property. Basically, they're all going to be en suites, and they are all going to get about £750 a month. This is our property here, and this is a newish building, and this is our land as well. So what we're planning on doing is building a property and having 3 flats in there. The total cost of all that would be 220,000, including building, legals, everything, and the GDV would be 700,000. So therefore, giving us an additional £480,000 profit on top of the existing deal.
It just said 480,000 on top. Come on, let's have some for that. 480k on top of that as well. All right, guys, I'm going to start running you through some of the building costs. So the kitchens that are currently in are no good. So we're going to rip them out, put new swanky-danky kitchens in, and we're also going to fit en suites in every single room. It's not expensive work, so it's stuff that's keeping the cost really low down and over to drive the GDV up as well at the end. Going on to the basement, as you can see from the floor plans, we need separate access to that. So there is 2 drives at either side. That is going to allow us to use them drives to the access to the basement. So we've been able to achieve £300,000 just by doing a bit of paperwork, basically, which is quite phenomenal, you don't think? Yeah? That's good.
Purchasing the property, refurb, legals, everything is £1.3 million. Once you refinance this property, you can pull out 75% of the value. This gives you 1.278 million. you are owning a £1.7 million house for £22,000. And again, our clean profit number of £4,300 every month after the first 5 months. So, who in this room thinks that so far this sounds like a pretty good deal? Well, there's a little bit of a deal breaker. Stamp duty. Who's heard of it? Stamp duty on this property is £86,000. However, we have managed to reduce this figure by half, which means we will only pay £42,000 stamp duty. We decided to run our creative strategies, and there is actually a thing called multiple dwellings relief, which means that when you're buying more than one property under the same transaction, you get a discount. Okay, so you've got the 2 properties as they stand, the current HMOs. That's 2. We're then title splitting the basement flats, which means we can get a valuation of 4 properties.
Who is excited about this deal, yeah? Everyone's excited about this deal, correct? Yeah. How do you think we came to this deal? Do you think we just tripped over it on Rightmove? No. This stuff all comes with graft. You put it, whatever you put into this, you will get back out. If you put 50% in, you'll get 50% of the money you could potentially get. You've got to put 100% into this game. And until you get to somewhere like Samuel's level and you're earning decent money, you need to learn to start sacrificing some things. If that's sleep, if you have to sacrifice sleep to sit on Rightmove and Google some things and get your knowledge going a bit more, you have to do that. Because property is the way forward if you want to be financially free.
I think we smashed it. I really do. I'm really confident.
Really nervous, but I think, yeah, we did a good job.
Tell you, we're a tough challenge with the time constraints on it. I think when it gets to this stage, the team doesn't need to be led. Between the 2 of me and Adriana, we're both strong enough to just go off and work on his own.
I don't know who's going to go. I really don't, because I just think everyone's amazing, so.
Why am I stronger than Jodie? Because I retain information. I'm actually accurate with any information I'm going to produce, and if I'm not sure, I go and find out before I present it. I don't tell little lies.
I think she's good at sort of flapping around quite a bit, but maybe not so much actually implementing exactly what she needs to implement.
Unfortunately, I do love him to pieces, but I think Adam's the weakest link.
So out of the 2, if they were to pick between the 2,
I'd say I'm the strongest, but I'd say with them it's too close to call.
I think Adriana maybe spoke a bit better on stage, but that would be it.
Because everybody's so close, so you don't want to see anyone go.
I feel like we're all quite connected now, and we're like friends and it feels like we've known each other years. So it'll be really, really emotional tonight, really emotional.
There's been a little bit of conflicts, for me anyway, moments where I've just swallowed my tongue. So, you know, if my team's in the bottom 2, it's all coming out.
They keep telling me I'm too nice. It's hard to hear because that's the sort of person I want to be, but business is different. And when the chips are down, I'm going to have to be something else, and I will bring that.
Well, welcome back to the boardroom. Challenge number 3, and 2 of you will be evicted from this challenge. Adam's team, you were team leader. I told you to step up. What happened, Adam?
I think we had a great time. I led by drawing out everyone's strengths, and I think it worked really well.
Scott, you were the team leader of this group. How did you get on as team leader?
Yeah, I thought I did well. I had a great team behind me, so yeah, I thought we did really well.
Was it you that found the actual deal?
No, I kind of pointed us in the Reading area and kind of set as a formula to look at the deals with.
What do you mean pointed us in the Reading area?
So we were obviously looking around London and we weren't getting stuff to stack, and then I kind of knew about the Article 4 and the Elizabeth line come in, so I thought there'd be massive capital appreciation there.
Who found the loophole with the stamp duty?
So that was Adriana, but obviously I was kind of behind all the title splitting.
A bit like how Adriana found the property, but you were kind of behind her.
But like I say, they've got talent and I'll direct on it.
Question for you, Scott. What skills and attributes make a good team leader?
I think directing a team in a direction towards your goal. Lead by example, good communication.
So why were you none of those things? Do you think leaders should step up?
Yeah, I did step up.
Do you think leaders should make decisions?
I did make decisions.
Okay. So as a team leader, who should be evicted in your team?
I think it's very tight. I think we all pulled our weight, and I think that it's very hard to say who should be evicted.
Okay, I'll rephrase the question because you can't handle that. Who was the weakest link?
I don't think anyone in this challenge was the weakest link out of our team. I think I was a very good leader. I think if you ask the team, I think they'll say that as well.
Adriana, so who was the weakest link?
Scott.
Why?
It's difficult. I think everybody really pulled the weight, but I think a big part of this challenge is the public speaking aspect, and I think in terms of how you can build rapport.
Scott, as team leader, to be told you're the weakest link, what have you got to say for yourself?
So obviously I'm more introverted than anyone here in terms of that, so that's probably why she's saying that. I believe this deal wouldn't be as good as it was if it wasn't for me. So I believe I'm the key aspect behind this deal.
I think the reason Scott wouldn't say who the weakest link is because he couldn't say Matt, because Matt's done the whole refurb and added great value. Couldn't say Adriana because Adriana found the property, and so without saying himself.
I'm just wondering what you actually did.
I did a lot of stuff. I basically, like I say, I pointed us in the right direction. I worked really hard.
But you can find deals anywhere by just saying Reading might be a good area. I mean, come on.
But my expertise, I had the vision behind the building as well. I did all the 6-bed en suites, the commercial valuation, the title splitting. My knowledge basically made that deal.
How did you get on with your team, Hussein? What did you think of the guys?
Well, I was really excited to hear who was on the team. All 3 of them are really strong, but I was quite shocked when I went into the room because they wasn't making any phone calls. I felt like they were wasting a lot of time.
Yeah, no, I disagree with that. We were making calls. I think a big part for me was that we needed to have a rough idea of the patch. We did want some level of due diligence just for the fact that it was going to be a HMO. We needed to know if it was going to be Article 4. We couldn't just ring blindly, you know. But once we'd established that, we were hitting the phone quite hard.
Do you know what the issue is with their team is? They find it really hard to take advice. How did you get along with Sherelle?
We got along fine. We got along great.
How did you get along with her?
We have different ways in which that we work. So we was doing our best to ensure that as a team we were moving forward. But for me, I felt like there was times where Jodie's idea was more on what she wanted to achieve rather than the group thing. So it did take some time to kind of come back to where we was all on the same page.
From what I've looked at, it looks, and from what Hussein said, it looks like the end value is just potentially on the high side, but he's very confident on that end value.
Yeah.
Who viewed the bedrooms?
We couldn't view the bedrooms because the tenants wouldn't let us in.
How would you feel if I come to you with a deal and said, here you are, great deal. I haven't viewed the bedrooms though.
If you told me it was subject to and I had a 14-day cooling off period and we arranged a time to see the rooms, I'd be happy with that.
It's a shame. I'm disappointed in that.
It was time constraints. I mean, we can go there tomorrow, but we needed to get this wrapped up. I'm pleased with it.
Why should you stay in and finish? Why should you not be evicted?
Because I've led well, I've stepped up, I've taken the criticism, as hard as it is to hear, I've taken that and I've run with it.
So overall, I think you did a good job, both teams. However, we had a vote from the audience after you did your presentation about who was the strongest team, and we basically thought we'd let them decide. And they voted. Everybody raised their hand for one team, raised their hand for another team. We counted the hands raised, and after the vote, you wouldn't believe it, but it was a draw. So the only way we can do this, if we're going to evict 2 evictions, is to evict 1 of each team. The winner of the eviction, the person that's going to get £20,000 hard cash, needs to be somebody that knows how to communicate, sell, fight their way. It's got to be a case of just who can fight their corner the best in the boardroom. So I'm going to give you each, just sort of 20 seconds to say why you shouldn't be evicted and who you think should be evicted. Jodie.
I shouldn't be evicted because we wouldn't have a deal if it wasn't for me. The other team members didn't do the due diligence before carrying out a deal, so they was actually in Article 4 areas. We wouldn't have a property, we wouldn't have a presentation if it wasn't for me. So I think I'm a very strong candidate because I was carrying out what you needed to carry out to make sure that we succeeded.
That's incorrect because it was your role to kind of look at the permitted development, and you looked at that and you said that, yeah, it's been done, and then later when we was here, it was actually, no, it doesn't have a HMO license. That was what was, because you had the nimbus and you was looking at that, and certain questions.
I said it had C4 and you was adamant that C4 meant that it had planning. I said, no, it needs to have planning after 7 occupants.
And that's exactly what you didn't say previously, and then that's happened several times throughout the
So who should be evicted then, Sherelle?
For my team, Jodie.
Yeah, Jodie. Adam, who's the weakest link on your team?
Jodie.
Why do you think both the people voted you out?
I don't know. Sherelle's really good with numbers off the top of her head. I'm not, but I've got a calculator, so I don't need to do that. And because she's such a dominant character, that's why I think it. And obviously Adam's going to stick up for himself as well. But I do believe that I'm a strong character because I am the one that got the deal. I'm the one that put the presentation together. I'm the one that guided them to say, let's do the numbers. No, but I guided you as to say,
didn't. And then for you to say you got the deal, actually, we had 620 on the table, and then you went outside and took the call and come back and said, oh, with a note on the paper, you've gone to 640. And I was like, wait, hold on. That was out without checking with us or anything.
No,
so
true.
that did happen. So, and then I had to take the phone and speak to the agent because every time you went outside to have the conversation, you was just going along with what it is that they were saying. And I had to say to you, no,
but
look,
I didn't
we are the ones.
They rejected your deal and then went with mine.
Do you know what? You do these small little lies. I don't even know if you're aware that you're doing it. And then just because people ask you a question, and like you just said, because I'm a dominant character, I think that's bothering you so much. I said, all right, you've gone to 640, it's fine. We've made a mistake, we learned. Go with 642250. And now you're saying they're going with your deal, but that's still the number on the table, which is what I said after trying to clean up your mess.
Yeah, but they tried.
And it was your second mess. And then even now, when people are talking, you don't let them finish. Look, I'm talking and you still don't let me finish. And this is how you work in business as well. So that's why I say that you're the weakest on the team.
Matt, who would you evict out of your team? Obviously one person.
Yeah, out of the team it will be Scott, just based on the presentation and the confidence side of it.
Yeah.
Because I feel like even though I wasn't team leader, every team I've been in, I've always tried to carry me on and been a motivator in the team, and I've brought something to every single aspect of every single challenge, whether it be knowledge on actual legislation, rules to HMOs, or whether it be pricing up jobs.
It's not easy, Scott, for me because Ricky doesn't think you did a great job leading. Adriana and Matt have said you need to go. So unless I've got a really strong reason otherwise, I mean, help me out.
I think they're just saying that because they're scared of my ability. So I've won both tasks so far. Adriana's probably thinking she's the only other person apart from me that's done that. Same with Matt, he's probably thinking another lad's got to go. He's probably picking me because I'm working with him. So I think they are scared. I think without, no, listen, I'm talking. Okay. You've had your talk, yeah? So I think without my vision, then this deal wouldn't have happened. Without my direction, this deal wouldn't have happened. They can say as much as they want, but I've got the most knowledge. I made that deal.
I honestly believe in that challenge. I don't want it to come down to, I know more. It wasn't about that. It was about what you could bring to the table. I feel in that challenge, I excelled. I was probably an underdog coming into this.
You said
and I
you
think,
didn't know
can I
much on
speak,
BRR.
please? No, but I did it,
So
and I pulled my
you.
weight. No, you did not carry me. I carried my weight every step of the way. I found the deal, I negotiated. I think in the presentation today, I absolutely excelled and showed I can publicly speak and I can deliver, and that was part of the challenge. I am 100% confident that I've carried my weight through this process and I should be here.
I think, Scott, I think you're a good businessman. I know you've done BRR deals yourself. Adriana, I think you did excel. I think your public speaking was incredible. Unfortunately, I have to evict somebody. I do think that in this challenge, you were probably the weakest, so I'm really sorry. Scott, you're evicted.
Thank you for your
Thank you.
Cheers, thank you.
You two are good, so you can go.
Scott, come here. Scott,
I've said to you.
Don't do it like that.
No, I've both said to you before that he was throwing me.
Scott, we weren't throwing you under the bus. Scott, look, don't be like that. Scott.
I'm alright, fuck yourself, honestly. Do one.
Scott.
Leave him. He's been swearing. It's like, I can't handle the truth.
Who's the strongest out of the three of you then, Adam?
Me.
Why did you hesitate?
I had to think about that.
What do you think, Sherelle? Who's the strongest?
I think I'm the strongest.
Jodie?
Me.
I think you're all three very strong contestants, and I've no doubt you're all going to go really far. I can see fire in Jodie. I can see fire in Sherelle. I can't see quite the same fire in Adam. And
the big reason that I don't show a lot of fire is because of my size. It's something in my life that I've had to deal with. When I have shown fire, sometimes it's become too intimidating.
Well, it won't be too intimidating. In the business world, the more fire, the better. Believe me.
I don't know what you want me to do. I don't want you to scream the house down. I don't know. I'm trying to be direct here and tell you what it is.
I'm just saying, I can see a lot of passion in Jodie and Sherelle. I can't see it quite in you.
I'm not a big screamer. That's not my character.
Yeah.
I'm still telling you exactly why I think I should be here. I've brought so much to this. Like, I've started from here, and now I'm here. And every single challenge, I'm raising the bar just a little bit more. So I'm becoming a better person from this challenge. There's no reason why I should go. If you can give me a really good reason why I can go, please, tell me.
Really, really difficult decision for me. 3 extremely strong contestants. I think Sherelle, you've got through well, so you're going to be staying in the challenge, so well done. You can go back. Between Adam and Jodie, you're both very different. Adam, you've really had to step up and you've shown a little bit of weakness in the past. I do feel like you've led well and I can see improvement. Jodie, I can just see such a fire. I mean, I sense you're going to be a multi-millionaire and I'd love to be part of that and to help see that happen. I am going to have to make one eviction and it's a sad one. Jodie, you got a lot about you. Adam, I think your speed of growth is good. Jodie's got a little bit more backstory in property. I'm really sad to say I have made my decision. Adam, you're going to be through to the next round. Jodie, I'm sorry, you're evicted.
Kind of felt like that I supported my team and stood up for my team, and they kind of threw me under the bus. I think because I know I'm doing more than everyone outside of it, they know that that deal wouldn't have been anything like it was if it weren't for me.
Like at the end of the day, the only thing that let him know was his presentation. And that is all we said.
I've got enough friends. I don't need any fake friends. So if I'm asking them throughout the challenge, you know, is there any more I could do as a leader? Do you want any more from me? And they're saying, no, you're perfect. I couldn't ask for more off you. And then they go in the boardroom and say otherwise. I think, you know, it's a snaky sort of move, so.
His actions were brilliant through the task, amazing, really good. Couldn't fault him. But when it came to presenting himself in front of an audience,
it didn't.
You can be an introvert all you want. Yeah. You've still got to push your
break through your boundaries, exactly.
Adriana doesn't know as much as she says she does. She can speak well because she's got a law degree, but in terms of anything property-wise, if it weren't for me in that challenge, I knew how to price up the job. I knew all the technical stuff about it. I pointed them in the right direction.
To say we're carrying you,
I
which
think
is just ridiculous.
That's upset me, especially as a woman trying to prove herself in property. There's no need for that because he knows I've spoke about that before.
Matt, same sort of thing, is a builder. Obviously got a good gift of the gab. I thought I'd win. So in terms of anyone else winning, I don't know. I think the best person lost.
Come on, bring me back.
Have you guys actually sorted out what your plan is, or are you being led by your investor?
Don't want to go in there with nothing.
What's this based on? Where's the proof of that? I'm helping you to make this deal firm. Firm it up.
The landlords come back, in effect, change their mind.
Boom.
I don't want that on camera.
You know what we call that? Stupid. I wish I'd have kept Scott in. I think Scott would have raised the money. I'm bitterly disappointed.
We think about winning and that's it.
You're evicted.